Today, I will tell you a story about the king and his seeds. There was once a king who had all that he could wish for. He loved to swim and to fish. He loved to ride fast horses through the forest. He loved dancing and he loved singing. He did all these things and they made him happy. Just one thing made him sad. He had no children. When I die, there is no one to rule the kingdom, he thought. I must choose someone to be my heir, but how? He thought for a long time. He decided to list the qualities a future ruler would require and then set out on a search for such a person. When the king had finally decided on his list, he wrote it on a piece of paper and hid it deep in his robes. Next, he commanded that all the children in the kingdom take part in a contest. There were tests of intelligence and bravery. There were tests of skills and confidence. The children were assessed for their beauty and charm too. Each day, fewer and fewer children remained in the competition. Finally, 100 children remained. There is one last test, said the king. The children were wondering what this could be when some servants carried out some pots and seeds. My last test is of your gardening skills, said the king. He gave each of them a seed and a pot. Come back in 2 months, time at 12 noon. Whoever has produced the healthiest and most beautiful plant will inherit my throne. On the appointed day, the children hurried toward the palace. Everybody had pots containing the healthiest, most beautiful flowering plant you could ever imagine. The children were chattering excitedly when a little girl arrived. She stood behind the other children. They all turned and stared at her. In surprise, she held an empty pot. She put it down in the ground. The king looked at the children and their beautiful plants. He looked at the little girl and her empty pot. I am feeling happier than I have since I became king, he declared. Now I know that the kingdom is in safe hands when I die. He beckoned the young girl. You are going to be the future queen, he announced. You have the most important quality of all. As she was walking toward the king, the children whispered angrily to one another. The king pulled his list from his pocket. Look, honesty is number 1 on my list. You see, I gave you all fake seeds, all of you, except for this young girl tried to trick me. Your greed made you forget about being honest. How can you rule a kingdom wisely if you are not honest? The children's faces turned red. They did not dare to look at the king or the little girl. Go home, said the king, and take your pots with you. The children picked up their pots and scurried off home as fast as they could go. And each time they looked at their beautiful flowers, they remembered how important it was to be honest.